I just got to realize there's a divine energy, melanin man, biological living light. The way I think is so outside of the box of normal that it can't even be conceived or perceived. But let me just put this out there, as I see myself as biological living light, melanin man, a divine spiritual energy from my core. And after the 20 years of teaching under Master Heg, meditation and movement, and watching a man who's 20 years older than me, and 20 years of him teaching me how to move these particular motions, that's a new way of thinking or working to change. I mean, you taught me, a spirituologist, a media professional, someone who doesn't take things for granted. What is this series called, or how did I get into it? How do you make a decision? And I've never been sure how to make a decision, but now at 59 years of age, the day after I did that show on CCTV, April 22nd, talking about the fourth month, and then dealing with the number 2. You'll see the number 2 on the converse side, but then there's the reverse side of the 2. So what's that look like? A heart on a straight line. So ancestrally, why was the 1 drawn 1? Why was the I drawn I? Why was the 2 drawn and only seen the substantial side, but you don't see the insubstantial side? And then the Bible talks about Jesus walked on water. Now, did he actually walk on water, or was he light as a feather? What were the connotations? What was the intent? And so in dealing with that type of spirituality, okay, 1, 2, 3, there's 3 ways of interpreting something: definition, connotation or intent, and absolute abstract. And when you teach somebody to move their body and their mind, and that's the important thing for me as being a spiritualogist that deals in the realm of media. I mean, when you unite your spiritual side with your intellectual side over your body and understand your emotions, then what is that? Oh, did I just get to 3 talking about, breast and butt or the woman, and that's the only way you could have had more life on earth is through the Trinity, the womb. And then we get to 4. The 4 aspects of life are your spiritual side, your intellectual side, your emotional side. Oh, that's your ring finger, isn't it? Huh? And then your physical side. Now, that's the basis of humanity. I'm only talking square biz. Isn't that Tina Maria or somebody way back then? I'm only talking square biz. I is biological living light. If I were to continue to share this type of knowledge with melanin dominant people, we would be a threat to our melanin recessive inbred mutant albino children. And so what we have, Kendall Square and covert virus. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not covert, it's COVID virus 19. And you've been experimenting on niggas. What, Acres of Skin is the title of a book? You got how much research has been done on melanin dominant people, and we've been surviving under 400 years of self-hate and doubt. Now, the whole point of the matter, 4 minutes in, is I just got through doing my cultural massage. The cultural massage, after 20 years of learning meditation and movement, and Master Heg, who studied under the Asians who were basically melanin dominant with liquid in their pineal gland, they conveyed this particular message to him. He conveyed it to me, and I'm just converting it into whatever media gets to be seen by whoever, because the CCTV show I did yesterday was so jacked. It didn't start till like 8 to 10 minutes in. So this is my recovery for that particular disastrous show. You can look at it, and it'll only be up there till next Thursday when somebody else replaces my show. And my show hasn't been on CCTV or the community, or that's what I am, a community person trying to convey divinity and spirituality and infinity. Irregardless, I have unconditional love for humanity. Despite Kendall Square and covert virus 19, my DNA in understanding the cultural massage and touching myself, not only masturbation, quote unquote, but in rubbing my joints, heal. Now, is that a sense of spirituality at 6 minutes in, 6:30 in, and I started at about 6:30? We're dealing with the total death. The sphere at the bottom of the stem. Death. 6 pallbearers, 6 feet under. Death. But as Amun-Ra, as Brother R.A., I'm looking to the 7. The 7, how is that drawn? Oh, that's a right angle at the top of the stem, and the stem is, would you say that's pointing east? So the rising of the sun from the east, and I, as that child of the sun, a spiritualogist, understanding the media, converting the language of the ancestors back to what you and I can understand, that we don't have to deal with dealing in dead slaveholders as a value structure. We can believe in our touch and heal ourselves through COVID-19 in the 21st century. Now, do you have enough faith in yourself to believe in your touch? Where is your belief? Do you believe that you are that one? I am the one. I believe in my touch. So as I touch, as I was telling you, the cultural massage, rubbing Ligong, or the meridian point in the center of your palm, over your joints, your wrist, 9 times one way, 9 times the other way. And if you're standing in the mirror, looking your left eye for one direction, looking the right eye for another direction, and how much divinity do you, how much time do you spend with yourself, for yourself, to yourself, considering that you are divine? If you have that much self-decency and self-respect, you would take care of your own divinity and spirituality and mental health by healing yourself with your touch. Am I talking ludicrous? 9 minutes in? 9, the full sphere at the top of the stem. Patrick Mahone only scored 9 points. Yeah, Tom Brady, he scored 31, but what is the 3 and the 1? Oh, he put the ass in front of himself. Don't put ass in front of you. You are an ass. You're a divine spiritual ass. Believe in your motherfucking self, in your touch. Spend time with yourself. Wait a minute, you're looking in your own eye. You have 2 eyes, so that's a pupil. that's a full sphere that's on another iris, which is another full sphere or circle, and that's all on your eyeball. How many levels of depth do you allow yourself to see inside of who you are? How much time do you spend with yourself as thinking, I am doing what I need to do? And I have to stop trying so hard. I just do what I'm doing, and some will get it and some will. Some won't. I mean, I did that show yesterday for Anton about Mr. Breedy, how he influenced me. And I'm still very upset about the Battle House being sold, 37 HubbardAve.com. They're going to put new tenants in there. And I need whoever is going to move into the condo needs to know they live across the street from Melanin Man, who understands that I'm divine energy. And being that divine energy, I'm working to change the thinking pattern of the whole means of communication, of trying to educate to see that everyone can see themselves as divine, abstract, absolute, one. We spend more. What did Bruce Lee say? There is no opponent. We're constantly fighting ourselves. If we just let go and allow ourselves to become one with our environment. Is that why the one and I are drawn that way? So that you're just a link between who you are as a divine energy and the capabilities of your first eye potential at the top of the pyramid? Are you accessing the liquid moisture of your eye? You don't have dry eye. You are seeing yourself as one with the environment? Is this comprehensible? Am I just a ludicrous, crazy ass nigga that just spends too much time with himself, for himself, by himself, to himself? Is that a crime to be divine? Well, I'm working to share my mind with all those that are capable of hearing and listening. And if you happen to see or hear this, I'm very thankful, and consider yourself thanked. And yes, my programming is provoking. I provoke you to think, wow, is that nigga on point or is he full of shit? I will provoke you to think about the ability of your touch. Is your touch divine? Is it in your mind to comprehend that your touch is important? So when you rub your wrist, verse and converse, you're issuing your own energy within to the DNA. The DNA is, like I said, Kendall Square. DNA is the shape of the 8. Now I'm connecting all aspects of my divinity on all levels. That one line and that twist. And here's that twist. And I have to have a 5. What is a 5? A right angle above an open sphere, open circle. It's not closed like your eyeball, but it's open, allowing the energy. So that's to walk by faith, not by sight. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So you have to open yourself up to the not seen. So here I am as number 8, DNA, fighting COVID-19 in the 21st century. Think it's not illegal yet. Connect the bands of your first eye in your DNA with a twist. Connect all aspects of your divinity and see it within yourself. I've been your host, BrotherRA.com. And if you happen to see this, tell somebody else to watch. Bye.